Why do women say that I deserve better? And then they text the same guy again.
Because emotions are very difficult to cut off immediately.
So, is it a bad decision making or is just an excellent way of having a short term planning? Does that look like that a man cannot be a husband material, but still it's a weekend material or a talking, feeling good material?
You feel अभी तो जी लेते हैं ना. Every time thinking for कि there will be a forever relationship. For that, I want to ruin the present also. That is also maturity, right?
Is it a closure or a cardio at this point? What we are doing.
Cardio till the closure.
Well, looks like women dating after divorce is a very catchy topic. And follow up with that, I do have a question that why do women say that I deserve better? And then they text the same guy again.
So, well, I believe women are very emotional in nature. So once they get connected with somebody who is emotionally to some extent appealing to them, fulfilling some needs of theirs, because we are here talking about divorced women, then even when they spend some time and realize that this is not my future, it takes a while for them to disconnect from that person. Because emotions are very difficult to cut off immediately. So that's what I feel.
Okay. So this is just seems like a transition phase for a lady when she's sending the message or pinging the same person again. So it's not that their need or deserve part is any different. They are very much aware of it.
Many times they are aware of it. Many times women do go back and forth, and eventually realize that again and again I'm getting hurt. Then they realize, okay, I'm, like one time you feel, okay, this is not the guy. This is not something that I want to feel. But then when you are again alone for a couple of days or a week, then you start missing those good moments that you spent. Again, you just message, hey, how are you? And if that again continues, again you get hurt one more time, third time. Then you realize repeated getting hurt will bring you to that, eventually to that place that, oh, now I have to put a dead stop. But it just doesn't happen overnight. So even if they keep saying, ki, I think I deserve better, it's very difficult to cut off immediately.
So is it a bad decision making or is just an excellent way of having a short term planning?
Well, I don't know. There must be women who are pro at planning, then I don't know. But as far as I know of a lot of women, what I see is it just takes time to let the logic take precedence over your emotions and stick to the decision. No, I need to close this chapter.
So still you are talking, but you're not sure. So does that look like that a man cannot be a husband material, but still it's a weekend material or a talking, feeling good material?
See, when you meet somebody over a weekend, you're meeting for a dinner, for a drink, for a conversation, maybe watching a comedy show together, it doesn't take much. You can have those moments with anybody who is great at conversation, somebody who is, has great sense of humor. You can have a good time with them. But when you want to spend your life with somebody, a man have to be more than just a good conversation, just a good looking person or just a good humor. Somebody who is willing to take accountability, somebody who is willing to take responsibility, somebody who can stand by you through your thick and thin, somebody who is not manipulating you financially, somebody who is not taking advantage of knowing you well. Sometimes they know you, right? Like couple of months they spend time with you. Now they know what makes you weak, where you are strong. Somebody who is not manipulating. So now all these things are required for somebody to be a husband material. But to spend a weekend it doesn't take much.
Looks like if you are having a good company, it's a weekend.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as you mentioned, a lot is needs to be added with a good company to make sure that the person comes into your life and it becomes a marriage or a husband kind of maybe a person.
Yeah, even to live
Mm.
together. Like if somebody
Even
have
to
to
live
be a
together.
live-in partner, you need
Mm.
more than just a good conversation.
Mm.
You need more than just a good sense of humor.
Mm. Mm. So when you meet over weekends, this company vibe, this is a very good feeling. You see the chemistry is there.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the why does clarity of that I can't have a future with this person comes only after when the chemistry is built. Because
What I believe is when anybody, even you and me, when we meet somebody on day one, we cannot show all colors of mine, right? Like
true,
there are
true.
days when I'm low, there are days I'm upset, there are days I'm irritated, there are days I'm clueless. There are days I'm strong, happy, excited, motivated. So there are different colors to a personality. Now, when I'm just met you one day, 1 week, 1 month, it's very difficult for me to also show all sides of my
Mm.
personality, and even the other person will also show the best foot forward. Like they will put the best foot forward. It's
Mm.
only when you spend a lot of time with that person, when you get involved with each other, then 6 months, 7 months, then you will start seeing there are days when they are angry. How do they treat you when they are angry? There are days when you don't match to what they are expecting of you.
Mm.
And when you are not fulfilling what they want, how they treat you. So it takes quite an involvement, emotional, physical involvement, for you to be able to see all sides of a person.
Mm.
However, it is unfortunate sometimes clients say that, like I'm so emotionally involved, why I'm seeing all this now? Because unless you are emotionally that involved, guards don't come down. And we are talking
Mm.
about after divorce, everybody's guards are very high.
Mm.
So when you feel comfortable beyond a level of comfort, then your vulnerability comes up.
Mm.
And that's when you can really read the person, ki the real person is out there. And then you
Mm.
know, does it work for you or not work for you?
Mm. Yeah. This clicked these two terms, emotional maturity and selective blindness, right?
Hmm.
After a divorce, a long relationship and everything, I'm sure that there is lot of maturity is there, emotional maturity is there, but
Yes,
still we are somewhere selective. Or maybe again, as you mentioned, that it takes time.
it
So
takes time.
selective blindness is will only be maybe overcome when we really go through it and meet multiple times. What do you think?
See, um, we expect maturity should be there. And to large extent, people are mature after a divorce, way more than when they were in the first time. But sometimes you've gone through so much in life that if you're feeling good right now, sometimes we all get carried away by that ki abhi to acha lag raha hai na yaar. Like after divorce, that the whole thought of forever relationship is somewhere broken. So sometimes when you are having a good time now, you feel abhi to ji lete hain na. Every time thinking for ki there will be a forever relationship, for that I want to ruin the present also. That is also maturity, right? Because sometimes you don't know you are alive tomorrow or not. अभी आज की शाम ये वक्त अच्छा लग रहा है तो spend the time. And then yeah, I mean, when you know something is really, instead of making you flourish, is pulling you down, something is really hurting you in the long run, somebody is really taking advantage of you, then you know that okay, you need to come out of it. So sometimes it is selective blindness because we want to live in this moment.
Mm. Well, that makes sense, right? We all have gone through such
Yeah.
a difficult time, and yeah, I now I'm thinking I shouldn't even call it selective blindness because very
Yes.
consciously I'm thinking that I do not know the happily ever after did not work. So
Yeah.
right now I'm happy with this person at this situation, and having a good
Yeah.
time. We are matching chemistry, vibe, and all that. So maybe it is a very mature decision to be happy rather than
and
being a
absolutely.
ignorant.
Yeah. And many of us are not looking at marriage again. Many of the people who got divorced in late 30s and who are in their 40s are really not looking at marriage again. So what we are looking at is maybe a partner with whom you can have a good conversation, can feel happy moments, can create some moments. And it's only when you have these over a long period of time, then that feeling starts setting in. Okay, maybe this person can be my long-term partner. But it starts with having a good time only.
Yeah. In the short term, definitely that matters a lot because in Hindi there is a saying, "Doodh ka jala chhaash phook ke peeta hai."
Yes.
So today, if I'm able to connect to someone, I think that will be a great feeling rather than thinking what will happen after 20 more years.
Yes, 100%. And we don't even know we have 20 years or not.
20 years or not. Yeah, when we were 20s, in our 20s, that time that was a case. But right now, you don't know. And body is changing and all these, hormonal issues are coming. With that, life when it's so uncertain, I think living in the moment is a need of a woman. Not everyone, but lot of women, they would be in this thing. And there is a very solid reasoning why.
Yeah, and there is nothing wrong in it also. It's absolutely individual choice.
Definitely not. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So now again, that looks like marrying someone and having a good vibe. They are very two different things. And women in their 40s and after divorce seems like they are two very, very different things. And right now, so far, I know it was not clear in my head that are there two things. If I'm vibing, I should be marrying. They are these questions because do arrive. Do women have two lists of for the women for the men marrying someone or I'm having a good vibe with him? So
well,
these two.
Maybe there are women who have two lists, but what I like to believe based on my experience with a larger set of women that I have kept meeting is that in our 20s also somewhere we women were always aiming for ki I fall in love, then I want to marry the person and spend rest of my life. Now also they want that, but not necessarily whom I'm able to vibe with turns out to be a long-term partner. And that maturity I didn't have in my 20s, but I have it in 40s. In somewhere in 20s, I would be like, I can do anything for love. Like if I love somebody, I can win the world. I can fight every battle. But is that true? I can, yes. Do I want to? Absolutely not. I understand loving somebody and living with somebody are two different aspects. You can love somebody and you can still let that person go because you understand it's not good for me in the long run to live with the person.
Okay. So there is one thing which seems like common, even if we are in our 20s or 40s.
Yes.
Finally, as a woman, as a girl, somewhere I am looking that I want to vibe with the person, I want to feel that emotional thing, and then move to marriage.
Yes.
And when we are 40, we still want it, but there's a very good possibility it will not move to marriage. So even if I'm vibing, that is okay. Somewhere I feel as a woman, the acceptance is coming to me or to maybe in general, that kind of thing is, I see that there's a difference in our thinking now, when we are moving a decade after decade.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's just that we probably are more confident to say that I like the person, but I don't think I can marry the person.
So is it a closure or a cardio at this point? What we are doing.
See, for sometimes it is like cardio till the closure.
See, again, adding a point here that in 20s need of intimate physical relationship and in 40s that is also different. And
Yes,
I don't know how many of, we think about it, we actually explore it, that how much different it makes us feel as a body, as a person, that our need is different. And so far, talking about this, as an Indian woman divorced in 40s, it is very rare. And I
it is
think
very
just
rare and it's unacceptable. It's
unacceptable.
unacceptable.
And comparatively, if I talk to a Gen Z girl who's in 20s, they are much open to talk about it. But although we are their mothers and aunts, and but still there is a difficulty talking about it. So I think that one understanding needs to be there, that it's okay if you have that need, and it is not, kind of moving ahead. I
Yeah.
think somewhere a lot of self acceptance, I feel, might
Yes.
be
Yes.
required, and it doesn't come just I accepting myself when one of my besties says ki it's okay.
Yeah.
It actually gives me, if my counselor says no, it's fine to feel that way. I think that gives me a lot of empowerment as a woman.
Yes.
No. So, well, few more things. It feels like now when we are so deeply talking about the need of this era, this woman, this kind of situation. Now, what is the biggest challenge for a woman who is facing during the dating? Like because we have covered a lot more
Yeah.
points. So, what are the challenges, if we maybe try to mention it?
See, one is like if you see Indian women, divorced women in their 40s, it's very difficult to see that there is an acceptance from the society. Even your own parents don't understand why do you need to date. It's not very easy for us to say to our parents that, okay, I'm going on a date. The acceptance is still not so widely there in the houses. Second is by this age, women do have kids, and most of the divorced women are raising their kids. So many times, women don't want to introduce the partner to the kid unless they are sure that it's a long term partner. So even managing kids, where to keep the kids when you go for dates, and when you are speaking to somebody, uh, having the kid around gets into a challenging phase. Also, when a divorced woman, there's so many things that we are juggling between, like right from managing the house to finances to kids to your own emotions, your own hormones to, some are
Physical health.
perimenopausal and everything. And then the parents are growing older, then the society taboos. In between all that, dating is a challenge because, like, we have grown up in a way that दिस एज पढ़ाई अच्छी लगती है, दिस एज कॉलेज अच्छा लगता है, एट दिस एज डेटिंग अच्छी लगती है, इस एज में शादी, इस एज में बच्चे. बट डेटिंग इन 40s is still an alien concept for us.
So, there's so many challenges, related to that. Even before introducing a prospect partner to the child, I guess even introducing to the friends, because the other folks who are, let's say, still married, they have seen their parents, and that's a perspective they have. You marry one person and you go.
Yeah.
So I think as a woman, maybe for the guys, it's much easier to introduce their new partner, but for a lady, it is very difficult
Very
to
difficult.
say this is, and to your colleagues and friends like
Yeah,
who
yeah,
are your age, and
yeah.
forget about the kids. And because the kids are also from different, they are also in the
Right.
same society, and they have their own understanding of how a mother should behave. Mother
Yeah,
should be motherly all the time,
yeah.
and it's very difficult for them
Absolutely.
to
It's very
understand
difficult
mother is a woman too.
because
She would.
they don't see, it's like still there's only one in 10 women they will see that who is single mother.
Hmm.
Rest 9 of them they are seeing they are married, they have a stable family, and moms are moms all the time. Now they see their family, their mom is different. She is taking care of everything. Now she is going on dates. So for kid also, it's too much to take also.
It is.
And being single moms, women are way more invested in their kids and their emotions, and they are way more cautious how the kid feels. So
Hmm.
it's not easy to just go ahead and date, irrespective of कि ठीक है जो भी बच्चे को लग रहा है I'll still date. No, it doesn't happen that way. We are way
Hmm.
more cautious about how the kid feels.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do not want another round of trauma in child's
Yes,
life. So you are
100%.
you really want to make sure that, okay, this is the person I can introduce. This is the person who would cross the main gate and come to till the living area. It is very difficult. And considering that we are in this transitional social change, that I think this is the first generation who's going through that. Maybe after 10 more years, either people will not marry, or they will kind of, this might be much
This will
normalized,
be way more common.
way more common. But right now we are exactly at the transition that for the kid also it's difficult, for mother is definitely difficult.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of things are there.
Yeah.
So well, considering all these different causes and factors and the social issues, there are few questions which we got from our viewers. So I guess a few more questions if we can take.